Good evening, folks. Today is Wednesday, May 28th, 2025. We are at 6:07. Mr. Bonanno. Oh, Mr. Bonanno's walking by. Okay, can we have roll call, please? And for the record, Mr. DeMaglio is here. He just walked by. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Mr. DeMaglio.
Here.
Mr. Grifo.
I am here.
Dr. Hopkins. Mr. Inocencio. Mr. Jackson.
Here.
Mr. Court. Ms. Maris. Mr. Parker.
Here.
Ms. Simmons.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Awesome. Can you read the Open Public Meetings Act as well, please?
In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, Sunshine Law, copies of the public meeting notice were sent to the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, the Franklin Reporter, Tap into Franklin Township Clerk, Manager, District Schools, Offices and Associations, PTO Presidents, and posted on the district website.
Thank you very much. Can I get a motion to move into confidential, please?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Jimmy. Can I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Walter. All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. So we're going to head into confidential for the purpose of discussing confidential matters, including a student matter, a personnel matter, and a workman compensation settlement, and an administrative contract discussion. Minutes of the confidential session will be made public when the reason for confidentiality no longer exists. We will be back. And just for the record, Ms. Maris is here, Ms. LaCourte, and Ms. Inocencio will not be in attendance tonight. Thank you. Good evening, folks. Today is still Wednesday, May 28th, 2025. We are at 7:35. We are just coming back from confidential session for the purpose of discussing confidential matters, including a student matter, a personnel matter, a workman compensation settlement, and an administrative contract discussion. Minutes of the confidential session will be made public when the reason for confidentiality no longer exists. If you are able to, please stand up and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Walter, can you lead us?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Jimmy, can you please read the mission statement?
Mission statement of Franklin Township Public Schools. Franklin Township Public Schools embraces its diversity, fosters excellent educational innovation, and empowers all students to achieve their highest potential.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda with two amendments? With one amendment, which is C5. We need to add the principal of HSC, Ms. Nubija Allen's name in that list. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Moved by Jimmy. Can I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Bill. All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. And we have our student representative who will begin with her report.
Hello, my name is Haiti. I'm one of your student government liaisons. Here are some of the things going on at FHS. So the class of 2025 senior trip to Hershey Park is scheduled for this Thursday. The class of 2025 yearbook signing dinner is June 3rd, and the class of 2025 senior prom is June 13th. Seniors who checked out library books must return them by June 6th. Underclassmen are encouraged to check out books for summer leisure reading. Seniors' Chromebooks collection will take place on June 5th through 16th, and last day, June 17th from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. June 9th and 13th, 7:30 to 11:30 in the library. Chromebooks and chargers must be returned at the same time to avoid fines. The student government donated $2,000 to the NJASC state charity, Ava's Voice. On May 28th, the new state charity will be announced.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to request, where is our presenter? Mr. Solomon. Dr. Solomon, I apologize, to take the stage for the presentation for the SGS HSC Players Alumni Association.
Fantastic. At this time, I'd like to call up Miss Terry Seggio and Miss Susan McCarthy. She's here. Oh, Terry, you by yourself? My job is easy. I'm going to turn this over to you. It's great to see you. Good to see you. And she's going to present the wonderful, wonderful SGS HSC Players Alumni Association. Thank you for coming.
Good to see you. So good to see everyone. So many familiar faces in the audience. For those of you who don't know me, I am Terry Seggio, and proud retiree of Franklin Township after 23 years of service, 35 years in total. And I'm here tonight representing the SGS HSC Players Alumni Association to recognize the wonderful, incredible Ava Naj, who spent so many years giving so much to this district. We are here to talk about her and honor her as part of our Alumni Association. So when I think about my time with Ava, I started in this district in 2001 and retired in 2023. Ava started on the board in 1993 and stayed till 2014. So we overlapped many, many years. And she was our board member, a board president, eventually becoming a very dear friend. So when I first was a parent and I would occasionally come to a board meeting and stand at the podium, Ava would take a breath sometimes because she wasn't sure what was going to happen. And no matter what was said, good, bad, or indifferent, because, like anything else, we've had our wonderful moments and our moments of strife with budget cuts and things, Ava always embraced anything you had to say, digested it, thought about it carefully, went back to the board. You always got an answer, right? Maybe you didn't like the answer, but you always got an answer. So that was a wonderful time for me as a parent knowing her. When I became a teacher here, she was a champion for us, for the students. My children went to through the Board of Education and had her as board president, and she was always, how are they doing? How's everything going? And always just wonderful, wonderful support. So when I think back, I think that sometimes we agreed, sometimes we didn't, but all the time she had the best interest of the students and the district at heart. So I wanted to start by giving a little personal of, okay, Nick, how am I doing this? Just tell me. Okay. Oh, fancy. Excellent. Just push it. Okay, there you go, great. Okay, that's what happens when you retire, that's all right. When we take a look at this first slide, it shows our first show, which was Annie, and some in between that Mary put up here, and, oh, there you go. And our last wonderful show, because we're still around as the SGS HSC Players, our Shrek. And when we think back to starting this Alumni Association, which we did 10 years ago. We did it in honor of one of our students who was in Annie, our first show, Kevin Maskell, and his dad, who was my stage manager for all the years that I was here. Sadly, Kevin passed away in an accident, and we wanted to know how we could memorialize him and do something that would be important to keep his name alive and help our students. And we came up with the SGS HSC Alumni Players Association. And Ava was an integral part of getting that association started. So after Kevin passed away, we spoke to his parents who are in the room tonight, and we said we wanted to do this. We wanted to start this association that would recognize students in the performing arts in their senior year of high school who gave their service and time, whether in crew or on the stage, and by senior year could then apply for this scholarship and use that money towards college. So by doing that, we needed a board to do that. And I reached out to a few alumni parents. They agreed to start. And then Ava had finished her tenure on the board and said, I would absolutely want to be part of this, which again was amazing because I thought she would be exhausted and would want to just take a minute. And she was like, absolutely not. So she helped with all of the bylaws, as some of you that do know her. She is impeccable with laws and regulations and making sure that everything is absolutely correct. And that's what she did for us. She was our vice president for all the 10 years. And did all of that work to make sure that we functioned correctly as part of the PTSO. So again, she started it 10 years ago. Kevin was our first memorialized scholarship. And then a few years later, sadly, we lost another student, Andrew Rossianello. His parents are here this evening as well. And Ava right away was, we have to be able to take Andrew and put him on the scholarship as well. So we had to then redo the bylaws and redo everything to get that accomplished, which again, Ava spearheaded all of that. And then for the last how many years, we've been giving we've been giving multiple scholarships, but in the name of those 2 students. And we are so excited tonight to also add to that the Ava Naj Memorial Leadership Scholarship. So in addition to giving out scholarships in the name of both of those students, we will also be giving a leadership scholarship out in Ava Naj's name. So we're really, it's sad to think that we have to do that, but to keep her memory alive, we're so happy to do that. So we will be giving that out for the first time tonight, Saturday night, which is going to be our alumni cabaret. We will give it out in her memory. So take a minute to think about that. And again, our 2 scholarship, memorialized scholarships, Kevin and Andrew. Ava was again an integral in getting this started. She was a true patron of the arts. If you think about all of the things she's done, you look at Shadows, the Aspects program, our program. She's just integral in all of the things that we have today. And now, again, her scholarship. So this year, we want to say if you want to come to the cabaret, it's this Saturday. It's at the Sampson G. Smith Auditorium at 7 p.m. We will be giving an Ava Naj scholarship and a scholarship in the name of those 2 students, and we are so thankful to do that. I want to also remember when we passed our high school referendum, Ava was an integral part of that. The SGS auditorium was a mess years ago, and Ava spearheaded making sure that that auditorium was redone. She let me have some decisions, but basically when it came down to like fabrics, Ava, she'd show me 3 fabrics, and then she would say, and she'd be like, what do you think about this one? So when you are sitting in that auditorium, I want you to know that the fabrics on the seats are Ava's. That the beautiful red curtains, I wanted blue, Ava thought red would work. It does work. Those curtains are Ava's. When we sit in that auditorium on Saturday, we will not only be thinking about our 2 wonderful, wonderful students, Kevin and Andrew, but we will also be thinking about Ava, who spent so much time and effort to spearhead the arts and keep them going throughout the years when we could have had budget cuts and things could have been cut. So we can't thank her enough. So with that said, one thing that we absolutely agree on, Ava and I, is giving back to the community, and she did this so much to help our Alumni Association. We could not have done it without her. She worked tirelessly to get it up and running. I know that her family knows what an amazing, amazing woman that she was. And I just want to thank them tonight for sharing her with us for so many years, because I know she spent a lot of time here. And we really appreciate that you let her do what she loves doing, which is giving back to the community. She has impacted so many lives and has left a beautiful legacy of service. She will be truly, truly missed. I am honored to have worked with her for so many years while in Franklin, and Ava is truly, truly a warrior, and I'm sure that you can all agree with that. So thank you so much for letting us honor Ava tonight. We're so thankful that she helped us start this association that gives back to our seniors with scholarships and also supports the SGS program. So part of our Alumni Association also helps them buy costumes and things that they need. So again, thank you so much for your time. Keep Ava in your hearts and your minds, and if you want to come out and support us on Saturday, I know that she'll be sitting with the best seat in the house. So thank you so much. It was nice to see everyone.
I'm surrounded by so many doctors. I'm getting encouraged to maybe once I retire from the board, I should go for a doctorate. Dr. Logren, you're on.
Thank you, Ms. Singh. Just, can we note for the record, Board Secretary Bonanno, thank you for allowing me to follow one of the most dramatically, theatrically talented person we've ever come to know. And Terry Seggio, thank you for that. Appreciate following her. Thanks. No, we all love Terry, but man, I feel so self-conscious right now. Okay. So we're going to recognize the school-based green teams. And after we come to each school, Mary strategically asked us to bring them up because it's easier to get their certificates properly handed. We could take a quick picture, I'm thinking, school by school, but at the very end, we want to take one big picture, so don't leave after you have your certificate. We'll do one big one at the end. Sound good? I'm following Mary's instructions, I'm just saying. All right. So, Franklin Township Public Schools began its relationship with Sustainable Jersey for Schools in February of 2019. A short time later, sustainability and green initiatives were included in the Board of Education district goals, where they continue today. In that time, most of our schools have achieved certification. Our district conservation and sustainability policy has been revised, and the board has appointed a district coordinator of school-based green teams. By the way, Mr. Grippo knows something about this. He was a little involved from the get. Just testing to see if he's paying attention. He is. He's doing well. Tonight's green team honorees are depicted there on the screen. These green teams, which are groups of talented and creative people, inspire their colleagues and students to be conscious of their actions and how they affect the planet. They do this through activities that are engaging. Their projects are documented and submitted to Sustainable Jersey for schools to initiate the certification process. Although municipalities include a gold level certification for climate readiness, there are only 2 levels of certification, bronze and silver. I'm really emphasizing that because our schools have bronze and silver. I don't want anyone to think, well, why don't they have gold? There is no gold that schools can yet achieve. Maybe someday, but that's not something that exists. Not for schools. The certification lasts for 3 years, and schools can reapply. This year, we are highlighting the schools that were certified or recertified this year. Franklin High School was not scheduled for recertification this year, but their green team did earn a $10,000 grant, which was used to renew the courtyard at Franklin High School, so we will share their work as well. Okay, Elizabeth Avenue EAS Green Team. EAS achieved certification by Sustainable Jersey for Schools at the bronze level and were awarded the Digital Schools Star Award. They also received grant funds through the organization. Some highlights of the Green Team this year include a partnership with Franklin Environmental Commission and Clean Ocean Action, participation in the Empower Schools program, composting, and cleaning up the courtyard for student learning and making school events more green, including sharing their work with the school community at EAS's STEAM Night. So Krista McLaughlin, Edgar Molina, Elke Langstetler, I hope I said your name okay, Gregory Romero, Lori Ressler, Marabella Miller, Mary Beth Bardacino, Neha Makwana, Renata Kumanduros, Shana Pana, and Susan Spielman. If you would, please come on up and get a certificate and shake the board members. We'll take your picture. Congratulations, EAS. FPS Green Team of Caitlin Lursky, Christina Zachert. Please don't come up yet. I'm going to read this about you and say, come on up. Gabriela Perez, George Hopkins, Jacqueline Wynn, Jacqueline Orsillo, Jennifer Stein, Kira Sikorsky, and Lindsay Senna. Franklin Park School has been working on expanding their garden. Students have been able to watch plants grow inside their classrooms. Basil was grown hydroponically. You could say hydroponically, but not basil, and has also been planted in the garden. Other groups of students have planted flowers which tie into the curriculum they will be studying next fall. So bronze level and digital schools star award, please come on up, Franklin Park School Team. Maybe I should have done this already, but now we're going to acknowledge one of the biggest straws that stirred this drink, and that would be Kira Sikorsky, who has been our district coordinator for green teams in each school. Kira Sikorsky is a teacher at Franklin Park School, we know that, and the district coordinator for school-based green teams. In that capacity, she assists the green teams of the district schools in navigating the very cumbersome, I tell you, Sustainable Jersey for Schools certification process. It's not easy. She was also instrumental in the updated revision of the board's sustainability policy. And earlier this school year, Kira was recognized by Sustainable Jersey for her work and was named as their hero for the month of December. So congratulations, Kira. Come on back up. Our Hillcrest Green Team achieved certification by Sustainable Jersey for Schools at the bronze level this year. Their green team worked to be green all year, starting a new garden club in November, working on projects including winter bird feeders, winter sowing and moving to planting the garden in the spring. They recycled plastics all year with TerraCycle and had a classroom contest in February, collecting 33 pounds of plastic. They conducted energy audits over the winter and celebrated Earth Day with a school-wide poster contest. The Hillcrest Green Team is Alexis Lacosta, Allison Danziger, Desiree Midby, Karen Pascal, Lori Vaccaro, Maddie Michelin, Meenakshi Patel, Melanie Nichols, Melissa Delare, and Zaman Hyder. And I apologize if I messed up anyone's name. Please come on up, Hillcrest Green Team. Our PGM Green Team achieved certification at the silver level and were awarded the Digital Schools Star Award. Green Team projects are truly school-specific at PGM. which is one of our elementary schools which hosts our bilingual program. And one of the teachers, Joanne Krause, provided groups of fourth grade students the opportunity to design and create posters to promote TerraCycle to their schoolmates and teachers. Spanish-speaking students assisted their group mates to present the information in Spanish. Posters were displayed in the cafeteria and around the school. Shown here also is the annual community garden at PGM cleanup. So from PGM, Brenda Berend, Jennifer Ritterson, Jillian Noble, Joan Krause, Keith Stewart, Kelly Guerrero, Kristen Calhoun, Nicole Karch, Renee Hales, and Samantha Lewis, please come on up. Congratulations. Our Hamilton Street Campus Middle School Green Team achieved certification at the silver level and were awarded the Digital Stars School Star Award. This school was also part of the inaugural class of Digital School Star Award recipients in the 21-22 school year and has received grants over the years as well. One of their ongoing projects has been the HSC Warrior Farm. Photos here depict this year's spring cleanup day on this permanent established space dedicated to social emotional learning, gardening, environmental awareness, and the arts. So from HSC, Deborah Osman, Elizabeth Scafidi, Kim McNee, Linda Talercio, Nabija Allen, and Victoria Truxas. Come on up. Congratulations. The SGS Green Team achieved certification at the bronze level and were awarded the Digital Schools Star Award. They were also able to upgrade their outdoor courtyard space using grant funds obtained through Sustainable Jersey last year. The grand opening ribbon-cutting ceremony was celebrated by the school community earlier this month. So from SGS, Allison Weinstein, Kara Holzer, Kathleen Burrows, Jared Sheffrin, Jessica Ding, Caitlin Jaffe, Kayla Boch, Rebecca Solomon, Robert Porter. I apologize if I messed up a name. Come on up. SGS Green Team. the FHS Green Team. While FHS was not certified by Sustainable Jersey for Schools this year, Rod Brundage and his green team there were able to procure a $10,000 grant to convert the courtyard at FHS to an outdoor learning space. Mr. Brundage also represented the district at the grant award ceremony and spoke to other districts about the grant process. The FHS Green Team has staff from various positions, administrative, clerical, and custodial, as well as teachers from a variety of disciplines. This school year, members of the team used the greenhouse to teach the pre-K students from the program that's at FHS about how flowers grow. The students grew their own plants to sell at the Green Fair later in the year. Also sold at the Green Fair and shown here were coasters repurposed from CDs. So congratulations, FHS, Alka Sharma, Aparajita Das, Elizabeth Sanabria, Imani Carter, Justin Sable, Lindsay Delasera, Mike Herman, Nicole Velba, Rod Brundage, Shayna Britton, Anastasio Rivera, Charisse Ariano, Hennessy Miles, Jessica Rafis, Linda Puglio, Lourdes Otto, Nicholas Hahn, Paul Katzer, Sheila DeForest, and Thomas Gallupo. Congratulations, FHS. Please come on up. While they're coming up, I should have read the next slide as well, but we can listen and walk and chew gum all at the same time. So earlier this month, FHS celebrated the official opening of the Courtyard Classroom with its Community Green Fair event. About 100 people visited the school and enjoyed the activities hosted by staff and student clubs. The event also featured some furry farm guests. Congratulations, FHS.
I have to say, Mr. Brundage's biggest cheerleader is in the audience as well.
Congratulations, Franklin High School. That concludes our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Congratulations, everyone, once again. And we're on to our superintendent's report.
Why, thank you. And Kira, before you run away, I just want to say a personal thank you. You know, it was a few years back that we created green teams across the district, and one of the biggest lifts was how do we coordinate these efforts? How do we make sure everyone is coming along and moving forward? And born the idea of a coordinator, and Dan certainly picked the right one. When he picked you, you've done a tremendous job. We are leaps and bounds from where we were to where we are, and there's such a focus on moving forward in this realm that we just appreciate the effort. And I know it's been a heavy lift at the beginning, and I know it continues to be a lift, but hopefully it's been a labor of love for you, and we appreciate all your effort. So, with that said, just a couple of items. I'll keep it short. The 2024-2025 school year is coming to a close. We are near the end. With that said, I want to take just a moment to remind everyone of a few important dates. First and foremost, due to the unused emergency closing days, the new last day of school for the 24-25 school year is Wednesday, June 25th. So the calendar reflects Thursday, the 26th, but because we have one day left in the bank, we now will close schools a day early, so schools will be closed on Wednesday, the 25th. We will have our middle school promotion where we bring both campuses together, and that will take place in the Franklin High School Gymnasium at 4 p.m. That's become our annual tradition, and that will be on that new last day of school, June 25th. High school graduation is scheduled for the following morning, which is the morning of June 26th at 10 a.m. So high school graduation will still be on the 26th, and it will begin at 10 a.m. There are lots of other exciting, fun-filled activities that I can promise you scheduled just about every minute of the day from here until the end of the school year. Most of them are very particular to the school, with times and dates particular to the school. I would encourage folks, if they're listening, watching, or here, that they should check their school, their individual child's website for a listing of those activities: kindergarten promotion, 8th grade dance, all of the wonderful things that we do now to close out the year. And you'll get the latest information and schedule of events that will be most up to date from the school website. We also have to adjust the minimum session schedule with us moving the last day of school to the 25th. With that change, with the last day of school change, there's a need to adjust our high school exam schedule a bit. So the start of FHS final exams will now be Wednesday, June 18th. Originally was scheduled for Thursday the 19th, but now exams will start on Wednesday, June 18th. So we'll follow a minimum session schedule for exams, which at the high school, again, begin on June 18th. And then the final 2 days of school for all students, high school included, high school and elementary school, which are June 24th and June 25th now, those two are minimum session days. Those are for all students. So June 24th, June 25th, the minimum session for all grade levels. June 18th starts the minimum session schedule for the high school. That's how we do our exams. We do them on a minimum session schedule. So, and finally, I'll also wanted to announce we have 2 board meetings in June. The first is a no-action board meeting, and that's June 12th. That means the Board of Education is gathering as a whole, and that will be to do a lot more recognition. We like to recognize our students who have gone above and beyond and give them their due for the amazing achievements, while highlighting some of our more unique programs that the district offers. The board does that annually each year. This year, that's scheduled for Thursday, June 12th, and will be held at 7 p.m. at the Hamilton Street campus. For those programs and students being honored, invitations will be in the mail shortly and/or emailed to you shortly. But I just wanted to put this on everyone's radar that Thursday, June 12th, will be the annual Board of Education recognition ceremony taking place at the Hamilton Street campus in their auditorium beginning at 7 p.m. And then the following week, we'll have our regularly scheduled Board of Education meeting just prior to graduation week, which is the following week. And that's it for us.
Thank you. For the board president's report, I would request a moment of silence. I thought I won't have a hard time, and I would just read it well, but this is a little personal. With great sadness, reporting the passing of one of our teachers, Miss Melinda Velez, and it's personal because my oldest son had Miss Velez when he was in second grade. She passed away last week after battling an illness for some time. She was a second and third grade teacher at Franklin Park School, sharing her talents as an educator with the students of our district for her entire 24-year career in education. She also shared her enthusiasm for her school community as a leader for their diversity committee, a supporter of the Franklin Park School fundraisers, and as a mentor teacher to the next generation of educators. Ms. Velez had been chosen as a Teacher of the Year for Franklin Park School earlier this year and truly represented the qualities of a Franklin warrior. She will be greatly missed. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her family and all of her friends at this difficult time. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. We recently heard from the family of Franklin High School freshman Sahana Aravandakishan, who shared, "I'm so happy and proud to share the news that my daughter appears on the cover of Chess Life, the official magazine of the United States Chess Federation, US Chess, which is quite a prestigious publication in the chess world. Sahana and 3 other teammates from different schools in New Jersey won the World Amateur Team and the US East 2025 chess event. They placed first out of 356 teams to bag the first place trophy. Congratulations to Shahana on this achievement." Some alumni news. An exciting announcement from the family of Franklin High School alumni, Cipriani Stewart, Franklin High School class of 2022. Cipriani Stewart was part of the original aviation club at the high school and received his private pilot's license in conjunction with that program while still at the high school. He graduated from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University earlier this month. He was able to graduate and earn other important certifications early. He is now ready to begin his career in the aviation industry as a pilot. His very proud mother shared her feelings on her son's success. "I'm blessed and grateful to the Franklin School District and to all who were part of that journey with us. Thank you for being a part of his village. Congratulations to Cipriani and his family. You fill us with warrior pride." Some other great news. Franklin Township has been recognized as the NAMM 2025 Best Community for Music, BCME. This national honor is awarded to districts that demonstrate outstanding support and commitment to music education, and we are proud to be among this year's recipients. Only about 10% of districts in New Jersey receive this distinction, making this a significant achievement and a true reflection of the high-quality music education offered in our schools. Congratulations and thanks to Mr. Cesar Reno, Supervisor of Fine Visual Performing and Practical Arts, and all of our music educators. Congratulations to our high school guitar teacher, Patrick Callahan, who has been selected to serve on the National Guitar Council for National Association for Music Education. Not only was Mr. Callahan chosen to serve on this council, but he will be the Eastern representative for this national group, representing New Jersey and 11 other states in all matters regarding guitar education. Congratulations, Mr. Callahan. You make us very proud. Finally, some upcoming events. Please check the district website headline and community events section for information on upcoming township and district events, including the Franklin Youth Center Resource Fair on May 31st, Project Graduation Used Clothing Drive on June 7th at Sampson G. Smith, the FTEA Beach Book Bash at high school on June 7th, and a seminar on timekeeping from the 4-H Club on June 16th. The community events section also has information on Girl Scout program in our area. That ends my report. Now we are on to comments from the public, 5 minutes per speaker, agenda items only. Can I get a motion to open for public comments?
So moved.
Moved by Dennis. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Walter. All in favor?
Aye.
Comments from the public, agenda items only, is now open.
Seeing no.
Madam President, I move to close the public session.
Okay, motion to close by Bill. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're now on to committee and liaison reports. Can I have communications? Mr. DiMaglio?
Sure. I have it. Oh, here we go. Sure, the meeting began at 7:20 PM. The committee reviewed and discussed recent and upcoming events, including the recent Diversity Night celebration, where over 250 attendees shared food from local restaurants, information from community vendors, and performances from student groups. The event was a total collaboration of school-based committee members and the larger community. The recent FMS Open House welcomed approximately 255 registered families whose children will be attending middle school as sixth graders next year. These events provided information on programming and after-school activities. Appetizers were provided at this event by the District Food Services Department. About 100 people visited the FHS Green Fair earlier this month and were able to see an electric car showcase, a petting zoo, and attend the ribbon-cutting ceremony of the outdoor classroom courtyard, which Vice Principal Rod Brundage and his FHS Green team were able to create using grant funds. Upcoming events were discussed, including the FTEA Beach and Book Bash on June 7th, the annual Educator of the Year breakfast on June 9th, and the Special Board of Education meeting for student recognition on June 12th. The committee was informed of correspondence sent to our student families from Dr. Amy Arswali, the supervisor of instructional technology, warning them about a social media challenge which encourages students to damage electronic devices. The committee reviewed the upcoming Board of Ed meeting presentation schedule and were informed of the good news that our district was named as one of the best communities for music education by the NAMM Foundation. The meeting was adjourned at 7:35.
Thank you. Walter, can you do facilities, please?
The Facilities Committee met on Tuesday, May 20th at 6 p.m. In attendance were myself, Lori Mayers, Dr. John Ravalli, Brian Bonanno, Stephen Fried, Mr. Mark Namera, and Mr. Ryan Ellis. Updates. Change orders. Chiller replacement at Franklin High School, change order number 5. Total change order amount, $14,998.29. Of that amount, $8,649.78 will be paid from the remaining balance of the general repair allowance, and the remaining $6,348.51 will increase the total contract amount from $1,700,000 to $1,706,348.51. This for the installation of water filter kits on the chillers. Zufall project update. Mr. McNamara updated the committee on the Zufall project. Mr. McNamara gave the committee project updates about the chiller replacement projects at FHS and Franklin Park School. Facility use, the committee discussed the facilities use requests that will appear on the board agenda, capital reserve budget update related to Breezeway. Mr. Frye discussed that the district may have to postpone the Breezeway project that was budgeted in the fiscal school year 2026 because of other more pressing capital needs related to the terrazzo flooring, air conditioning repairs, and a boiler value. Energy report. Mr. Ellis presented the committee with the status of the Claremont solar system and the solar systems on other schools under PPA. We ended the meeting at 6:45 p.m.
Thank you. Lori, can you do finance, please?
Certainly. The Finance Committee met Wednesday, May 20th at 6:45 p.m. In attendance were myself, Lori Maris, Mr. Walter Jackson, Mrs. Nancy LaCourte, Dr. John Ravalli, Mr. Brian Bonanno, and Mr. Stephen Freed. We discussed financials and contracts. The committee reviewed the supplemental bills list for the month of May. The committee also reviewed the board secretary's report, treasurer's report, and transfer reports for the month of May. Our charter school payments were also reviewed. The district paid $1,745,779 in tuition and $204,713 in transportation for the month of May. This brings the total charter school costs to $23,048,847 for the year-to-date. Tuition year-to-date, $21,182,812. Transportation year-to-date, $1,865,847. Our meeting ended at 6:55 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Dennis, can you do safety?
Yeah. Yes, I can. All right. The Safety and Security Committee meeting occurred on May 14, 2025 at 7:15 p.m. The Safety and Security Committee met virtually on Wednesday at 7:15. Committee members, Ms. Erica Incicio, Ms. Nancy LaCourte, myself, and President Alderman Singh. Dr. Nicholas Solomon ran the meeting, and Dr. Ravalli also joined the meeting. Items required BOE action. April suspension and HIB reports. The committee reviewed the April suspension and harassment, intimidation, and bullying reports. Dr. Solomon shared key insights from the meeting with building principles, highlighting efforts to analyze trends such as repeat. Hold on, I just lost it. Give me a second. Just lost it. Right there. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Repeat offenders and subgroup patterns. A detailed report will be publicly presented as part of the Period 1 Student Safety Data System in June. Dr. Solomon also presented a draft of the Period 1 Student Safety Data System report, providing an in-depth overview and filled in questions from committee members. Items for review and discuss. Personal updates. Dr. Solomon briefed the committee on a recommended candidate for the supervisor of campus security position. He also outlined the personnel adjustment impacted by recent budget constraints particularly regarding school safety officers' assignments. Grants. Dr. Solomon reviewed some grant applications that he has been working on. One of the grants is the NJ Labor Workforce Grant application, which is aimed to support the continuation of the constructions building trades. Another grant application being explored is to support the enhanced modern safety equipment opportunities. All right, 4, Food Insecurity Safety Committee. Dr. Solomon presented both short and long-term goals for addressing food insecurity in Franklin Township Public Schools. The initiative's primary objective is to ensure every student has access to grab-and-go snacks and weekend meals packs. He outlined an implementation plan to establish food pantries in all 10 district schools. Additional updates. The ADAM Technologies Grant Program. Dr. Solomon provided an update of the Empower Somerset Sponsor Initiative, which supports the work of school assistance coordinators, emergency reunification training, recent training session with administrators focus on the district emergency reunification plan. Code of Conduct review. In April, district administrators completed a review of the Student Code of Conduct Manual. Suggested revisions would be incorporated for the 2025-2026 school year. Upcoming trainings. Dr. Solomon informed the committee about planned HIB and tabletop emergency response training scheduled for the summer of 2025. The meeting was adjourned at 8:12.
Thank you. Jimmy, can you do personnel, please?
Yes, if we had a question, can we ask a question?
Yes, just after the reports.
Okay, sounds good. Okay.
We'll open up for questions.
Okay. The Personnel Committee met on the 14th of May from 6:08 p.m. to 6:50 p.m. The members of the committee were myself, Erica Inocencio, Walter Jackson, Artemin Singh, Dr. John Rivali, Brian Bonanno, and Colleen Devlin were present. The committee reviewed and discussed the following items. The May 28th board report, which includes appointments for supervisor of security, teachers, substitute safety officers, food service workers, and additionally, the report included reappointments of building and grounds, food service staff, lunchroom aides, safety officers, transportation, and non-aligned staff, additional appointments for ESY teachers, paraprofessionals, summer evals, high school and middle school sports were reviewed, and the committee further reviewed resignations, recensions, revisions, and leaves of absences. Workers' compensation was reviewed, where we discussed the settlement for a workman's compensation claim, and for the good of the order, Mr. Bonanno discussed contracts and staff reappointments.
Thank you. And the last one is curriculum. Lori, can you do that?
The Curriculum Committee met on May 12th at 6:15 p.m. In attendance were Mrs. Nancy LaCourt, Chair, Ms. Erica Inocencio, Ms. Artemin Singh, Dr. Daniel Logren, and Dr. John Rivali. For new business, the committee discussed the following proposals for board consideration. A Bristol-Myers Squibb STEM program for grade 8 students. Funding for this program will come via a grant application through the Bristol-Myers Squibb Foundation at no cost to the district. An application for the Expanding Innovations in Teacher Climate and Culture grant made available through the NJDOE. If awarded, this grant would provide $61,250 to develop policies and programs aimed at reclaiming teacher time via strategic innovations. Also discussed was an application for the Elevate Career and Technical Education, CTE, Innovation Grant, made available through the NJDOE. If awarded, this grant would provide up to $50,000 to modernize and enhance career and technical education programs by enabling grantees to secure the latest equipment and attend professional development to foster a future-ready workforce. An application for the funding for Optimal Comprehensive Universal Screener, FOCUS grant, made available through the NJDOE. This grant, if awarded, will provide $20,000 to implement high-quality universal screeners for reading challenges. Also discussed was a Franklin High School teacher's participation in the Customized Arts Learning Grant, supported by the State Education Agency Directors of Arts Education. As an inclusive and responsive arts educator, this teacher was selected as one of the 5 in New Jersey to receive this grant in the amount of $500. Also discussed were summer school offerings and programs for 2025. The Franklin FTPS 3-year comprehensive equity plan for school years 2025 to 2026 through 2027 to 2028. And educator and district leader evaluation systems, Charlotte Danielson and James Strong models. The committee discussed also the following item: the recent recognition of Franklin Township Public Schools as a winner of the prestigious 2025 Best Communities for Music Education Award. The meeting concluded at 6:42 p.m.
Thank you. Any liaison reports?
Yes. First of all, I didn't give my policy committee report tonight because we had to move that date. We had a conflict on that Monday night in the district. So we'll take care of that report in June. I've attended the Somerset County Ed Services Executive Committee and Board Committee to discuss hiring, some labor situations at the SSECS, and the program in Somerville and Bridgewater continues to grow. I'm also on the Hunterdon County Advisory Council for Ed Services, and that meeting is scheduled for next week. They're both very interesting groups, and that's it.
Thank you, Bill. Anyone has questions on the committee reports? Jimmy?
Yeah, I did for the Finance Committee, I think the Zufall project update and the Claremont Solar System project. Can we find the summary of that review? Do we have those summaries to review?
We should have them on all the reports, the updates that were given up. And if you need details, I think you can reach out to the chair. She should be able to give you more details.
Will do. And then for the charter school, Dr. Rivali, was that more or less than we anticipated so far with that year-to-date spending?
The question was, is the end of the year, the adjustment, did it go down, or?
Right.
I think we were just about spot on this year. There was no adjustment.
So it's trending that we're close to it. Okay. And then for the Bristol-Myers Squibb summer program, is that for 8th graders coming in, upcoming 8th graders, or is that for, okay. That's for rising 8th graders?
Rising 8th graders, right.
Okay.
Current 7th graders.
Current 7th graders.
Right.
Got it. Thank you.
Lori, any questions? Bill? Nick?
No.
Walter?
No.
Dennis? Okay, so we're on to new business.
All right, I make a motion to move R1 monthly reports, M1 minutes of the board meeting, A1 travel and related expense reimbursement, A2 affirm harassment, intimidation, and bullying decisions. A3, harassment, intimidation, and bullying decisions. A4, harassment, intimidation, bullying grades. A5, use of internet search engines. A6, extraordinary aid. A7, district wellness policy summary, progress report and assessment. A8, Juneteenth resolution. A9, AAPI Heritage Month. A10, revised bylaw first reading. A11, new policy first reading. A12, abolish policy. A13, revised policy second reading. A14, donations. A15, facility use. B1, warrants and payrolls. B2, financial reports. B3, contract approval. B4, change orders. B5, award of RFP behavioral therapy service. B6, FY 2026 FTBOE estimated traditions. B7, FY 26 tax levy payment schedule. B8, award of RFP attorney special education. B9, award of RFQ social worker and school psychologist services. B10, resolution of participation in coordinated transportation 2025-2026. B11, award of RFQ irregular teachers of the deaf. B12, FY 2026 application of temporary instructional space use. B13, award of RFQ physical therapy services. B12, award of RFQ occupational therapy services. B12, award of RFQ speech therapy services. C1, out of district student school year 2024-2025. C2, field trip destinations. C3, field trip applications. C4, summer school offerings and programs of 2025. C5, approve affirmative action team. C6, 3-year comprehensive equality plan. C7, expanding innovation in teacher climate and culture. C8, elevate career and techno-educational innovation grant. C9, funding of optimal comprehensive universal screener. C10, educator evaluation system. C11, district leader evaluation system. C12, approval of Bristol Myers Squibb STEM program grant. C13, approve participation in the Customized Arts Learning Grant. P1, employment contracts. P2, workers' compensations. P3, personnel report number 11, dated May 22nd, 2025. So that completes it.
Perfect. So there is a motion to move R1, M1, A1, A2, A3 will be, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education modifies the superintendent's decision with regards to case number and request the investigation
Be reopened.
be reopened to consider additional new information. And then A4 to A15, B1 to B15, C1 to C5 with the amendment to C5 adding Ms. Nubija Allen's name, and then C6 to C13, P1 to P3. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Seconded by Lori. Brian, roll call, please. Maybe we can do roll call for everything and do roll call for A3 separately? Or we can do the whole thing? Okay, we can do the whole thing.
Mr. DiMaglio?
Abstaining from P1, abstaining from P3 attachment F, and yes to all the rest.
So abstaining from P1 and P3 attachment F. Yes to all the rest. Mr. Grippo?
Yes.
I am abstaining from A3, and the rest is yes.
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 Yes. Thank you. Okay, we're on to comments from the public. 5 minutes per speaker, any topic. Can I get a motion to open? Motion to open by Bill. Can I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Walter. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, comments from the public, 5 minutes per speaker. Any topic is now open. Motion to close by Bill,
Second.
seconded by Jimmy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect. We are down to good of the order. I'll start with you, Nick.
Okay, so first, kudos to Dr. Logren for doing such a great presentation tonight. Mary would have been so proud of you. Make sure you upload the pictures for her. Anyway, couple of things. So project graduation is on June 26th. I guess that's still on at night. So if you have seniors, please sign them up for that great event where we keep the kids safe, alcohol and drug-free throughout the night. Couple of things. Monique Tawaya, a graduate of Franklin High School, became a freelance meteorologist for News 12, and also was honored as the President's Excellence Award for teaching at Montclair State University. So kudos to her. And then our Franklin Warrior varsity baseball team currently has an 11-8 record. For the first time in 45 years, our baseball Warriors reached the semifinals Somerset County Tournament as the 11th seed. They won their opening round game 16-1 against Bound Brook in 5 innings. Our Warriors then pulled off 2 more upsets, one against number 6 seed and defending state champs Bridgewater Raritan 4-3. And then they pulled off a game against number 3 seed Watchung Hills in an extra innings 12-10. For the semifinals on May 19th, our Warriors faced off against Immaculata, playing at the Somerset Patriot Stadium. Unfortunately, because of the first inning jitters, Immaculata scored 1 run on Franklin, ultimately winning the game 1-0. We're so proud of how our guys arrived ready to compete. Immaculata came out thinking they were going to dominate, but they just didn't get there. And now on to the states. Our Warriors are the 11th seed in Central Group 4 state tournaments and upset number 6 seed East Brunswick last night 2-1 to advance to the quarterfinals. Good luck to our Warriors as they continue to play number 3 seed Edison tomorrow at 4 p.m. And very important to note, our very own varsity baseball senior Jacob Gordon was voted Central Jersey Area Readers Choice Baseball Player of the Week for 7. He has asked that he thanks everyone that has supported him. And that's it for me.
Thank you. Walter?
Just once again want to congratulate the SGS HSC Alumni Players Association for honoring Kevin, Andre, and Ava. It's great that you are indeed keeping their legacy alive, so continue the great work. And for the Green Team, continue your great work representing all the different schools in our district. That's a beautiful thing. I think it's actually teaching the kids a lot, and hopefully once they leave their respected schools, they can continue to do that in their communities as well. And for all the Franklin students, continue to keep your foot on the gas. The school year is going to be over. It's coming up right around the corner, so finish strong. And that's it for me.
Thank you. Jimmy?
Congratulations to the Green Team as well. I was actually at one of the presentations. They did a tremendous job. The students really enjoyed it, and you could tell that they're really inspired by it and really want to continue to participate. So outstanding job, especially at Sampson G. Smith. Secondly, the Franklin Middle School are the winners of the track and field boys, won the Meet of Champions. So cheers to them for that. Outstanding job. Our own Arden Gray at Franklin High School finished 8th at the pin relays in the triple jump. She jumped 38 feet, 8 1/4 inch. That was 8th out of 17. That is actually an invite event, so there were professionals there as well. She did a tremendous job. And then I would be remiss, I was actually yelled at from the last meeting. You have an AAU national champion in Franklin Township. He attends Sampson G. Smith Middle School. He is the indoor 55-meter hurdle national championship. His name is Jackson Parker.
Thank you. Lori?
I just want to offer my congratulations again to the Fine Visual and Performing Arts Department on their recent honor. Music is such an important part of the way we teach our students, not only mathematics, appreciating literature, as well as really learning a second language, because music is a language all its own. So I really appreciate our commitment to music and the fine arts. Thank you so much for all of your hard work.
Bill?
So Nick DeMeglio should be a sportscaster after that report he just gave, I'll tell you. Would you stay up all night writing that? You must be bored at home. Unbelievable. Anyway, you know, I didn't get a chance to say anything about Ava Naj because we didn't comment after the recognition, and everybody blew out of here. But it was quite a journey working with that woman. I've worked with her for as long as she's been in town. I've been in town, you know, and I remember she was a PTO mother and asked me if she should run for the Board of Ed. I said, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then she's just been a fantastic leader. The conversation about Sampson G. Smith Auditorium, Rebecca, you remember, and Nick, the history of that, the seats there when Sampson G. Smith, the school was named after Dr. Smith, who lived on Olcott Street by the firehouse. And the seats, the original seats, I thought Abraham Lincoln must have installed them. They look like cardboard, you know, the old things that you made soapbox derbies out of. That's the way those seats looked. And so when I became principal of Sampson, Mr. DeMeglio might remember this. I don't know if he was alive then, but I started a renovation program, and Ava Naj was the board president, and she worked shoulder to shoulder with me to get that auditorium to what it is today. And what we did is we sold all the seats in the auditorium for $250 each. So if you look at the back of the seats, you'll see names. My seat's the first seat over here, and Mr. Fico's seat's the first seat over there, but he didn't donate for his seat. He just figured he should have it because he's the vice principal. Anyway, I love you, Al Fico. So that's a little bit of history, but Ava did work tirelessly. And Terry Seggio's the one who said, let's have a center aisle, and that was a very smart move that she did. But anyway, it was a great memory and tribute to have the experiences I had with Ava Naj for 30, 40 years, I don't know, as long as she's been around. So I just wanted to say that. I wish the audience was here because they blew out, but anyway. And Nick, keep up the good work. You come out in the injured. I'm proud of you, man. You're doing great. The Franklin Reporter has you on the front page already. Unbelievable. All right. Have a great weekend. We're so proud of our arts program and our sports program. Franklin has so much to be proud of.
Dennis?
It's always hard to follow Bill, but anyway, with the school year about to close, let's close out in a safe way. Like Walter said, we still got finals, we still have schoolwork to complete, so let's finish up in a strong and safe way. We will meet, well, Juneteenth will occur before our next board meeting, so let's remember that day and the significance behind that. And as we about to close the chapter for the class of 2025 and open up the doors for the 26th class, but 2025, let's be safe and let's finish strong.
Thank you. And with that, meeting's adjourned.